This is Akin aka Jack is the Truth. I'm delighted to be joined by Daniel Dubois. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
Daniel, we saw a bit of needle from you in the press conference. I've seen quite a few from you. It's not a lot of people that get under your skin. Does Nathan Gorman bring that out in you?
I really want to win this fight, and to doing so, I got to hurt him. I got to break him down. So, all tactics are applied there.
Look, it doesn't look like you're messing about, and that's the vibe I got from the press conference. He's been calling for this fight for a while. You kind of kept your cool about you. You haven't said anything. The fight's finally here. Are you determined to make him? You said be careful what you wish for. Is it simply a case of that?
Yeah, yeah. I summed it up there, and this is the fight. It's right. This is my next step. So I'm looking forward to climbing the ladder and moving forward.
Where do you think his confidence comes from? I mean, he alluded to sparring. He alluded to sparring a few rounds with you, etc. Do you think that's where his confidence comes from? Because he will tell anyone that wants to listen that he has your number.
You know, yeah. To be honest, I can't speak for him, man. I know what I've got to do on fight night, and if he wants to go on that basis, then let him. That's good luck to him. So I'm just ready for a fight.
Okay, well, let's take you back to your last fight, explosive fight against Richard Lartey. It was intriguing. The whole world was watching. There are memes on social media about that fourth round, I think it was, where you guys were at a slugfest. What happened? Why did you decide to go toe to toe and trade punches with him like that?
This is a fight. This is the hurt business, and when we're in the ring, I've got my own style. I'm me. I don't listen to rules or what anyone else tells me to do. I go on how I feel, and at that time, it was needed to just break his spirit, really, and come through the fight and just dominate him, really, and saying what I'm going to do to Gorman, I'm going to dominate him, and it's all every fight, I apply myself and how I feel and whatever the spirit tells me to do, and that's just it.
Larty caught you with some heavy shots. How reassuring is it for you to know that your chin has been tested and it stood up to the test?
To be honest, I've known that from a lot. To be honest, from the age of how old was I? 12. I've been clipped numerous of times as an amateur, and I've come through it and shown my heart and my will and determination. So there was no doubts going forward and overcoming that, not at all.
Okay. So this fight, obviously I've asked you before this fight was made. I said that is there any need for two young fighters on different trajectories to meet so early? You said you'd want the fight tomorrow if it was announced. It's finally here. But there was also the option of Joe Joyce. We saw Joe Joyce coming up to you at ringside after your last fight, and it kind of built up the fight. Why didn't that fight take place? Is that something you would have happened, or are you happy to be facing the challenge you are?
Listen, I've got a title on the line. I'm getting paid, and this is the sport that I love to do. I love to fight, and I love to win. I love challenges. So this is the next challenge. Joe Joyce is, he's out of the way. He's not in the picture right now. So on that question, I can't really speak too much on that. I just know that this is my next assignment. So.
Well, it's important to keep your eye on the prize. We're certainly excited for the fight. What can we expect in July 13th?
Devastating performance.
Daniel Dubois, appreciate you talking to the Boxing Voice. We'll definitely be there to see that happen. All the best.
Thank you.
Feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.